noise again. I'm giving him some cucumber. Throw some dust in there. We're gonna dust them in some calcium. Now before you actually feed these little guys, they should have basked for at least 2 hours. Yeah, take that, you bastards. I'm sorry. Dust them nicely. These little guys don't actually need a water bowl since they do get their water from food. Please don't eat me. Since the last thing I would like to do is associate my hand with food, I will be using prongs every time I feed this guy. Every time he sees these, he's gonna go crazy. Oh, his leg just chopped off. Oh my gosh, oh my god. There's one in there, there's one in there. Nice. That's not it, that's not it. Four more in there. Don't let it get away. Nice. I sensed this guy was a freaking murderer. I heard these guys can eat anywhere from 10 to 15 crickets. Boy, I also heard that you can let these guys eat all they want for 15 minutes. These guys are good eaters. Let's just say that there's another cricket over there. Hopefully he sees it. Alright, so that was his very first feeding. Should have basked for at least 2 hours before feeding him every day. Feeding them twice a day. You could also feed them greens. Go ahead and try and find these other crickets and get them out of here for him. What the? This guy's a savage. Blueberries and some lettuce. He wants to be as high as possible. I need you to come up. Now there is a way to pick up a beardy, and that's lifting them through their stomach. Let you bask. Okay, now he's holding on to me for dear life. He still has cricket whiskers in his mouth. It's third day here, 1 month old. I'm gonna go ahead and say he was exactly 1 month the day I bought him. Still not sure if it's a guy or a girl. They need to be a little bit older for you to notice. And if it's a male, he's gonna have 2 bumps under his belly. So we're gonna have to go ahead and wait for that. Hope you guys like my new ring. The whiskers in his mouth. I feel like a lot of bearded dragon channels make it seem like it's extremely difficult to own a beardy. Of course, there are a lot of ways to take care of a beardy, and some are much better than others. These guys are easy to take care of, but the bearded dragon life is a lifestyle. This is the most workout I've done in a minute, so I'm gonna go ahead and put him down before I get a cramp. I'm going to be going over a little bit of what it's going to be like when you first receive your baby bearded dragon. If you would like to tame a bearded dragon, as soon as you get your bearded dragon, you want to leave them in their cage, mess with them little as possible, let them get accustomed to everything. You want them to do everything voluntarily. Your bearded dragon most likely won't eat for the first few days. We got a new food source. These are known as dubia roaches. The easiest and healthiest thing you could feed any insect-eating reptile. For 24 of them, they were $10. I did order 200 online and it came out to be $17. These could be pretty expensive. You have to understand that a bearded dragon is a really good eater. Expect their feeding cost to be a nice expense in your pocket. To feed these guys properly, you're supposed to allow them to eat as much as they want for 15 minutes twice a day. So let's say you're feeding the cheaper option, which is crickets, at 10 cents a pop. If your beardy eats 20 crickets a day, that's $2. $2 every day for live insects. That's not including the greens. So bearded dragon is most definitely an expense. We're gonna go ahead and introduce them to the Dubai roaches. Since these guys require 80% live, by far have the most beneficial things for your bearded dragon. Crickets probably have half the nutrients, so for sure this is the best feeder for both the leopard gecko and a bearded dragon. Now you do need to dust these with calcium and vitamins. You could use the calcium 3 times a week, and this once a week is fine for the vitamins. I still haven't given them vitamins, so let's go ahead and dust them in some vitamin and see how he behaves. My favorite part is when I put him on his food bowl and he just runs down super turbo. Should we call him Turbo? What if he turns super lazy after? I do have a mealworm colony. We got some vitamins right here, so let's go ahead and dust them like we did the crickets. My leopard gecko Hanzo was never a fan of the vitamin. Let's hope this little guy doesn't mind the vitamins. What the hell? Oh, he ate the larvae. He doesn't care. These roaches are smart, honestly. Freaking smarter than my eggs. Come on, these things aren't cheap, bro. You know, I just noticed that I'm a freaking douche because I dusted all the Dubai roaches in vitamin. I shouldn't have done that. I think he's scared of them, honestly. Maybe that one's too big or something. Toss him over to Hanzo's. Turn off these lights real quick. He's gonna be in here. Hanzo. There's like a bunch of dubia things right here that you should eat. I got him when he was around 1 year and 2 months, maybe. Sunglow raptor hat. Squats up a little bit. Come on, Hanzo. Pretty sure he sees them moving.
Feel free to follow me on Instagram and on Snapchat at KTE_production.